Good morning, students. Today we have to see the turning in CNC turning. Before this TNC turning, you have to go through your G code and M code. So this is your M-type Excel turning machines. This is a check what we have seen in your unconventional machine. This is a small simple program. You have to facing and turning of this. The job is your 70 mm length and 22 mm diameter. You have to face it 20 to 28 length of this. You are facing and turning. So this is your tool, multi-point cutting tool, automatic finger. So in this you have to change by coding that M code. M code is the miscellaneous function. The tool has been changed for your facing and turning of this. So now first of all we have to go through your manual. You have to write it program in your observation note, G code and M code of this. How much dimensions, first of all you should know that. So total length and total diameter you have to first calculate it. And depending upon this your dimensions, how much you have to face it and turning, this is very important. So after that you have to calculate, so you write it in your observation, the manual, and then after that this is the system. So you have to type in this. Before this you have to go the CNC training. So this is the typing of the CNC training. So in this, so here you can see that the FANUC milling on and FANUC turning OT. So we need that the FANUC turn. So you click it OK, and then again you have to go to the control type. In this control type there is a two FANUC O milling and FANUC O turning. So just you can see that whether it must be in your FANUC O turning or this. So you click your FANUC O turning. So this already has been clicked OK, and the next file you can go there and you have to put it in a new CNC program and come to the bottom of this. So here you have to type it your N00 first of all, and then enter this, and now you have to type it what you have been written in the observation note block by block. For example, G00 is the positioning. So every entering of this you have to put it a gap. So one gap now, and then X0 gap, Y0 gap, and other it is you have to positioning means the position is G28. This is your positioning rapid transfers of this. And then if you have to put it a feet means a feet, how much feet, depending upon this you have to enter the feet 1000 or feet 10, like this you have to type it on space, and then spindle speed, yes, and 1000 RPM, and then enter. So like this you have to type it here the bottom. So every line you have to make it at one block of this. So this is your area, the program you have to type it. Now you can see that one by one. Enter this program, already I have been typed this. Like this you have to type one by one. So this is the first block of this. Any number you should give this 00, 000 or 100. Now this is a G21. So G21 is a metric and G19 is the initial point, and then a G28 U0 W0 is your reference, that's the initial position, and now M06 T0101, this is your spindle, that is a tool chain. Tool chain it has been taking a tool number 1, okay, and M03 yes 1200. So now what happened, the spindle is on. What the tool you have been selected with this RPM, the spindle is on to rotate it. Now G00 X23 Z3. So before this we should calculate now. So this is the length is 70 and then your diameter is 22. So you have to reduce this 28 to your 22. So what happens means your datum you have been, apart from this 1 mm you have to consider the point of your fixer. So that's only G0 is the positioning, X23 Z3, and one more thing, X must be in your perpendicular direction and Z must be your rightward of this. This position is your plus forward, that is this plus positive, and this reverse it's a negative, and the X must be your perpendicular to this. Now you can see that the positioning of this, the diameter hole is 22. So you have to, apart from 1 mm it is from this diameter of your 22 means 1 mm. So 23 you have to position this. So G00 X23 and Z3. Okay, so Z3 is the horizontal. So from this, apart from this, you have to make it a positioning of your G00 X23 Z3. Now again, so you have to face up to 28. So you have to put a small cut. So G00 Z minus 0.1. So again what happened, the tool has been come to the down of your where you have to face. So now G01 is a linear interpolation. Now only the tool must be facing this. So G01 x minus 1. So you have to reduce 1 mm. So from this you are 22, you have to reduce a 1 mm. Feed, how much feed you are giving means a 45. F is your feed rate. So S is your spindle speed and F is your feed rate. So every materials it must be having a different types of your feed. So first of all you have to calculate the different types of material, the feed, how you have to give that. So calculate the feed rate, that's a very important feed rate. So now again, so 1 mm has been what happens, it must be face this. Now you have to come to this, your G0 is at 3. G0 is at 3. Now again it must be go to your G00 x23 to your initial position. Now again G01 x minus 1 F45. So again the 2 mm of this 1 mm it must be what happens, it must be reduced. So G00 is at 3. Again it's coming to a reference point G00 x23. So both your positions of a x and z. So this is 2 dimensions first of all for your facing of this. One is your z axis and other is your x. X is a diameter and z is your length of the job and diameter of the job of this. So now again G01 x minus 1 F45. So it must be cut 1 mm. G00 is at 3 and G0 x23. Now G00 is at minus 2. Why means already we have been in 23. So 1 mm you have been cut. Now you have to cut it 2 mm. So that's only is at minus 2. Now it is must be cut one more of the 1 mm of your diameters of this. And G01, so linear interpolations of it again. So x minus 1. So 1 mm you have to what happens facing of this F45. Again G00 is at 3. G00 x 21.5. Now it is reduced 0.5. So it is coming to that from your 22 to 0.5 of your x of your diameter. G01 is at minus 30. So this full length is 70. So now it is a 30 only. So it must be reverse of the 30 only. It must be the up to your feet 45 and G00 x 23. So again it must be go to the initial point of your where you started. That is the tool has been sent out this. So again, so G00 is the 3 is the position reference point. To your again you have to write it G0 x21. Some cases you can write it G00 x21 is that is a Z3 also in a on single line also. Okay, G01 is at minus 30 F45. Now again the linear interpolation goes to your length from the 70 to your 30 of this. So the 30 has been faced now and G00 x20.5. So already 1.5 has been what happens, it must be faced that from the 22. Now it must be faces here 20.5 means 0.5 it must be reduced. So again G01 is at minus 30 F45, G00 x23 and Z3 to again it must be come to here, that is a reference point of this. So G01 is at minus 30 F45 and G00 x23. Now your according to the dimensions it must be finished to your 30 means 28. It must be goes to your apart 2 mm from your part of this. So in your Z 2 mm and X is 1 mm of this. So again, so G28, U0, W0. So come to your reference point of this and M05 spindle stop, M30 program N. So now you can go to your simulation. So after this, you are writing the program and typing this program. So now you have to go here in the system, auto, reset and cycle stop. So remember auto, reset and cycle stop. Now you can see that the X and Z must be facing and turning the tool. So here the X positioning there and Z positioning is showing how much it must be facing and turning this. So this is a single point cutting tool, and here also you can see that the running. So every line it must be what happens running, and then it must be facing and turning the job. So this is your simulation according to the your program has been write and typed this, it must be doing this. Whether you have to make it wrong means it will not properly, it must be simulate. So it must be stopped, the tool must be stopped here. So it will not malfunction, it's not function that. Okay. So every line, see that it here it must be going on. So it must be facing, the turning and your face. So this is your 70 mm. It must be reduced to 28. The diameter is 22. It reduces your 20. So see the 3 cut of this from 23 to 22 and 22 to 21 and 20. So in such a cases you can also give us a 0.5 and 0.5 mm also in order to easy to run the program. So after finishing this, you can see that it is the end of program. So click it OK.